Spain 2, France 1. And boy, do I enjoy getting to watch Spain play, man. These guys just play good football, man. You know, the Spain of old used to just play tiki taka for 90 minutes. And to be honest, that got kind of tiring. You know, it got tiresome. It was a bit boring. You know, like for me, I personally prefer some quick, fast-paced football, transitional football, high press, or as Jurgen Klopp calls it, heavy metal football. Like, I enjoy the type of football. And I see the Pep Guardiola type of football. But no, I prefer the heavy metal football, which is just fast and end to end and, all guns blazing. But then when it comes to this current Spain side, they've basically got a mixture of the two. They can do the tiki-taka side of things, but they can also do the heavy metal side of things. Like, so they've got a good infusion of, like I've been saying since the tournament started, young, pacey, direct, skillful, tricky wingers in Yamal and Nico Williams. And then they've mixed it up with a very good midfield three of Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, and when the tournament started, it was Pedri, but Pedri's now injured. And Daniel Olmo has had to step into the midfield three. And I have to say, the guy has not disappointed at all. He's been very, very good for Spain so far throughout the tournament. Going into tonight's game, people were saying that Spain were going to be in a bit of trouble due to suspensions for Lenormand as well as Carvajal at the back. But to be fair, Nacho came in and did a job. Jesus Navas, on the other hand, had a bit of a difficult night against Mbappe, but he managed to see the game out, So again, I have to give a big shout out to De La Fuente, the Spain coach. I'm not quite sure if that's his name, but the job he's done, man. Like I said, that mixture of tiki taka and heavy metal football for me personally is very, very impressive, and it's exciting to watch. Like you actually look forward to watching them play football. Going into this tournament, I didn't give Spain a chance. I'll be honest. I got it wrong. I got it so massively wrong. I have to be honest about that. I said I could see basically the final four, which would include England, France, Germany, and Portugal. Now, obviously, Portugal, Germany, France, and Spain were all on one side of the bracket, whilst England were on the easier side as always. So England have managed to get to the semi-finals, and so did France. Both the teams are predicted to get to the semi-finals. The only two teams that let me down were Germany and Portugal. But as for Spain, they've just been good, man. They've been by far the best team in the tournament so far. They've won. I think if I'm not mistaken, they're the first team in history to win all their first 6 games in the Euros. Like, they've won every single game throughout so far in the tournament. And they basically qualified to the final. Unlike France, who got to the semi-finals, having scored only 1 outfield goal. Imagine, Spain had actually won all their games throughout the entire tournament. So I have to give some, like I said, proper praise to De La Fuente and the Spanish side themselves. They were very, very good, man. They play very good football. And before I move it on to France's performance, I have to talk about this special kid, man. Lamine Yamal. I feel like I've done videos, I've done shorts, just talking about this kid in particular. He is so good. Like, genuinely, if I'm being honest personally, he's the player I'm looking forward to watching when I watch these Euros. Kylian Mbappe, I wanted to see what he would do. He disappointed me. He wasn't good, I'll be honest. I'm happy he's coming to Madrid because I'm a big fan of his, but I'll be honest, he had a poor tournament. Cristiano Ronaldo, it just looks old. It looks old and it looks like he's past it. Who else was I looking forward to see? Jamal Musiala. He excited me. He was balling out, and I got to enjoy watching him play good football. Did his thing. So come on, big up Musiala. What's his name? Adagule. Another one who absolutely took the tournament by storm. He was brilliant, man. Wonderful foot. Assists game in, game out. Let's not forget the wonder strike he hit against, was it Romania? I'm not quite sure, but he played well as well. But when it comes to the young players, I had said that I'm looking out for. When the tournament started, I said I'm looking at Lamine Yamal, Adegule, Jamal Musiala, Kobe Mainu, Jude Bellingham. And I like to say that most of them have delivered, to be honest. They really, really have. But taking it back to Lamine Yamal, man, this kid, for me personally, he's my player of the tournament. Regardless of whether Spain go on to win the final or not, I just feel for him to be doing what he's doing at the age of 16. 16, I believe he's turning 17 sometime during the week now. By the time the final comes, he'll be 17. But still, for him to be doing what he's doing at a tender age of 16, he is generation. He is special. Now, I admitted it, I think, a few videos back when I was analyzing Spain's performance. I said I had seen a few games of Lamine Yamal for Barcelona in the Champions League, and I was like, okay, I see him, he's a player. But I felt like there was a bit of overhype. I was wrong. He's not being overhyped. He's genuinely world-class potential, this kid. This kid is so good. He's good enough to go straight to the top. You know, I mean, during the week, we're seeing pictures of him being bathed by Lionel Messi as a kid, as a six-month-old. I'm just like, what the hell, guys? Like who's scripting these scriptures, you know? But he's been good, man. Like, I mean, not only has he been my young player of the tournament, he's actually been the player of the tournament. For me, personally, at least, I feel he's been the best player in the tournament. He's the most exciting. He's very direct, skillful, pacey. I mean, the goal he scored today, man. Again, another record he's broken. He becomes the youngest player to get a goal in the European Championships. At the tender age of 16. This kid is special. He's not normal. He's not. I feel like the Golden Boy Award this season is definitely going to go to him, Lamine Yamal, and he deserves it. He's so good, man. He's so good. And when you think that in 10 years' time he'll only be 26, it's scary what this kid is doing, man. So scary. But it was a good performance from Spain yet again. I enjoyed watching them, especially the two wingers, like I said, Nico Williams doing his thing, as well as Lamine Yamal. You know, they're exciting to watch. But yeah, I feel like I've waxed enough lyrical about Spain, so I'm going to try and move it on to France. Where do I even start when it comes to France? I mean, honestly, guys, these guys are awful. Didier Deschamps. If I speak on this guy, I mean, honestly, I genuinely believe this guy is not good. He's not a good manager. Yes, I know he's won the World Cup. Don't get me wrong. Credit to him for winning the World Cup. But I genuinely feel like Didier Deschamps winning the World Cup would almost be just like similar to if England go on to win these Euros. It won't be because of Southgate. It'll be because of the top talent he's got at his disposal. The same for Didier Deschamps. When he won the World Cup, he had an emerging Kylian Mbappe who was absolutely terrifying. He had Paul Labille Pogba, prime N'Golo Kante, and prime Antoine Griezmann. At the back, he had Varane, Theo Hernandez at fullback, Hugo Lloris in goal as the captain. He had a good squad of players. Blaise Matuidi. He had a very good squad of players. And honestly, I don't think it was down to Didier Deschamps' tactics or brilliance. I think it was the players themselves. He had some world-class players and some other not so world-class but actually top talented players. So they helped him over the line and to win the World Cup. You know, I mean, Southgate, I don't think he's going to win it. But if he wins it somehow, I'm not going to all of a sudden change my tune on him and say he's world-class as a top manager. He's not a top manager. He could win the World Cup and I still say he's not a top manager. Based on the fact that he plays negative football, he's too reactionary, he's not proactive, he waits for the opposition to do something there and try to counter it. But for me, I'm not going to say Deschamps and Southgate are the same, because Deschamps has won two major trophies with this country. So I respect it. But what I'm trying to say is Deschamps isn't that much better, guys. For me, he's a bang average manager who just has a good squad of players. Honestly, I don't see anything special. And if France want to have a chance at winning the World Cup in 2020, in the next World Cup, is it in 2026? I personally believe that they need to sack Didier Deschamps and get someone else. Get someone else in there. Maybe get Zinedine Zidane, someone who knows how to win trophies, and actually maybe he'll get the best out of these players. Because for me, Didier Deschamps is failing at that, you know. But yeah, I mean, France today were awful. They're very poor, like I said. They didn't play well. I mean, what chances did they have? First half, they were very lucky to go ahead. I mean, Fabian Ruiz had basically missed a sitter, which, I mean, a good ball was ripped into the box. And he had basically a free header to just Head the ball back across goal and would have scored, put Spain ahead, but he headed over the bar. But then France were lucky enough. Kylian Mbappe went 1-1 with um, Jesus Navas, and he basically delivered a wonderful, wonderful ball. The only good thing I saw Kylian Mbappe do tonight, world-class cross. Kolomwani buried it with a header, puts France one up. But then a few minutes later, Lamine Yamal, the star boy himself, he equalizes for Spain. And then a few minutes later, Dani Olmo basically got the winner for Spain. You know, I mean, like, honestly, this is another player who was at a very good tournament. Dani Olmo, man, what a player. And apparently he's got a very cheap release clause of about 50 to 60 million euros. Guys, they're good players in these Euros. Some of them are just hidden gems that are just waiting to be basically picked up and then polished, you know. But we'll see who signs Dani Olmo. If anybody does happen to sign Dani Olmo this summer, I feel like they will have a very, very good player in their hands. But yeah, like as I was saying, France were awful. Didn't really do much. Second half, they tried to push because they were a goal down. Again, reactionary. Deschamps, just like Southgate. France had a few shots. Mbappe, he had a good chance in the box. He blazed it over the bar. Teo Hernandez had a good chance as well in the box, but it was on his right foot, so I understood he blazed it over the bar. Upamecano got a good chance. There was a corner put into the box, but he headed it wide. Same for Chouameni, you know. But they weren't really great, France, if I'm being honest. Spain just controlled the whole thing. You know, even second half when they were sitting back, they always had control. They were in their shape, defensive shape. They knew they could just hit them on the counter, you know, and cause them problems, you know. But as I said, Spain have just defeated and eliminated France. So Spain will be playing either one of England or the Netherlands in the final on Sunday. And if I'm being honest, I've got a feeling England will go to the final. I mean, I said it as soon as the bracket came out and I saw England were on the other side, the easier side, I said England were going to go to the final, you know. I mean, the only thing that I got wrong was, well, the two things rather, I said between Spain and Germany, I said the Germans would go through due to them having the home support. Even though I knew Spain were playing the better football, I just said, you know what, the tournament is in Germany. They're going to try and make their fans proud, but it just wasn't meant to be. Spain went through. I'm not complaining because they've been playing the best football in the tournament so far, and I'm very happy to keep watching Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams do their thing, man. Fabian Ruiz, another one, very, very good for Spain throughout the tournament. Dani Olmo playing well. You know, the Spain manager deserves a lot of credit for getting the best out of this squad, you know. But yeah, anyways, I think it's gonna be a final of Spain versus England, and I honestly can't wait for that one. I think I would love to see Spain go on to beat England in the final. You know, I know they're waiting to sing the song, "It's Coming Home, It's Coming Home." I hope they get to the final and then Spain beat them. Then that way they're gonna have another meltdown, you know, and they can't be singing, "Oh, it's coming home," you know. But yeah, anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought about it. Were you impressed by Spain? Or are you maybe on the French side? You were hoping France would go through? Let me know in the comment section. If you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.